Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you a couple of things you can do on Pages. I've also put another video in this folder showing you how to use simple shapes and a couple of effects and just basic how to work Pages to make graphics. And today we're going to look at in this video we're going to look at another couple of things. So blank page to start with, and it's at the top where you see the paintbrush and the plus sign. Those are the two controls, the two sort of menus that we're going to use mostly. So the plus sign is got, that means add something, so you can add photos, right? So either ones you've taken off the internet or actual of your own photographs. The next one along is for shapes. After that, they're for more kind of info presentation stuff. In shapes, you've got basic shapes, so geometric shapes. And then you've got things that are a wee bit more graphic. Now, these have already been designed by designers, so you couldn't, you have to really do something with these images if you use them, because they're already the work of graphic designs. Like simplifying and stylizing is your job in this project, remember. But things like world maps, obviously, that hasn't been designed. You could use them. But, if you take something and you change it enough, that might also count. So I'm going to take these goggles today. And I'm just going to show you a few things you can do. So if you press the paintbrush, you can colour them. If you press in the image and copy and paste, you can repeat it. So there's a bit of repetition happening already. We're creating something a wee bit graphic here. I'm going to repeat it 3 times, and then I'm going to change the colours. So I'll have a yellow and I'll have an orange. So I've gone to the colour menu under fill for that, and there's lots of effects to check out. I'll look at that a wee bit more in the other video. And I'm also going to play with opacity. So under style, you've got an opacity control at the bottom. So that makes it see-through and you get a wee bit more obvious overlap. You create more shapes. I think that's a very nice graphic technique as well. So I'm just trying it there with the orange one. Nice one. And I'm now going to try moving these about and making them slightly different sizes. Now, in order to, when you make things different sizes in this program, you can only make it the same size in every direction, okay? So that means I can't stretch it. I can only make it taller and wider at the same time unless I go to arrange, and down you see constrain proportions, the second option, constrain proportions. We're going to turn that off. And that means I can stretch it and squeeze it now. So constrain proportions is quite good. If you want to, stretch your shapes out a wee bit. Here I want to do it because what I want to do is create a kind of echo effect with these goggles. Okay, so I'm going to just make the opacity in that one a wee bit stronger, and I think I'll make the colour a little bit brighter as well in a wee second. And look, I'm just playing around with it until what I want is for the orange glasses to sit right inside the red glasses. And it's starting to happen there. There we go. That looks good. I think that looks like a kind of vintage retro-y 70s graphics. And then it's a case of putting the yellow ones in there. The keyboard keeps popping up because I keep tapping parts of the screen that don't have images on. So you've just got to be careful what part of the screen you tap when you're trying to use these things. And there we go. That looks pretty cool. That fits in nicely. I'm happy with that. I'm going to just turn the opacity back up on them. I'm going to brighten up the orange ones. I'm just going to choose a different shade to make it look better. There we go. That's more like it. And so you see, I've taken an image that's been used in there, but I've now repeated it and played with it and created a bit of pattern, so you'd probably get away with this. Although you could create, a simple image like these goggles just using the simple geometric shapes. I'm now going to bring a photo in, and if you look here at the photos of me, the first, that selfie I've got there, I have then used the iPad to up the contrast. And that makes it a wee bit more graphic as well, okay? So if you see the contrast is up there even more, and then the contrast in the next one is even more intense. And I've just skipped that one, I'm gone straight onto the last one, okay? Now, obviously I've taken a photograph without many shadows on my face. If you take some shadows in the face and up the contrast, you can get some really good effects, especially if you take it, it's quite sunny today with sunny hard light, okay, not soft light, but light that creates hard shadows. Anyway, there's my face. So I'm going to try and sort of merge the goggles with that. I think the idea of merging two images when you do graphic design is a very good idea, and you should consider doing that in your design. So think of two different images you can put together, a bit like Cassandra did, that will create extra meaning. And now I'm playing with the opacity of the photograph, and I'm playing with the size and the placement. And so there we go. I've got myself wearing a pair of kind of safety glasses. So that would work as a kind of public announcement for wear safety glasses or something. Anyway, once you have created an image, I want you to keep saving your work. Okay, you're not just going to create one image here. You're playing around and creating things. So take screenshots, tap in the screenshot, and then you can crop it. And then once you've cropped it, you can save it in your gallery, and that means that you will have pretty much a sketchbook there. You can upload straight to Teams at some point. So there we go. Right, I hope that's given you some ideas to do some stuff today, people. Good luck with it. Please send me messages, and I'll get in touch with you as well to give you some more ideas.